client from the very outset, just in case something goes wrong. How becoming the go-to guy allows you to increase your charge out rates with little or no resistance. And before we get into that, have you ever noticed how, generally speaking, the client tends to undervalue their landscape? If you think back to this guy, he got the surprise of his life when he received the quote from the landscaper. This is because people just don't get it. On average, the client doesn't understand what it will cost to have a really good landscape done. They don't always understand that what they're looking at in the magazine is a $200,000 landscape, but their spend limit is $20,000, $30,000 or $50,000. So you can see there's this huge disparity before you start. So why does this happen? Well, due in part to what I was just saying, how the client doesn't always understand what it costs to get a great landscape done, but also because as an industry we tend to undervalue ourselves. We tend to undervalue ourselves as landscapers. And if we undervalue ourselves, how on earth can we expect other people, that is the clients, not to undervalue us? And how does this happen? Often by not charging for everything, in particular time. Now, if you're thinking, well, it's okay, Steve, because I do an estimate, and if I estimate 15 hours and spend 20, I'm going to charge for 20, get paid for 20. Well, that's okay in terms of you getting paid for everything you do. But the flip side to that is, what's that doing to your reputation? Particularly if you've been in business for a number of years, you should know your stuff. You should know how long it's going to take to design a landscape, and you should not be going back to your clients and saying, I'm very sorry, it blew out by 5, 10 or 15 hours or whatever it may be. I'm going to have to charge you more. That probably severely damages your chances of being referred by their client. We undervalue ourselves as landscapers by not charging for everything we do, time, but also by undercharging. Without exception, every single landscaper I've spoken to undercharges for what they do. Their hourly rate is too low. As an interesting side point, my hourly rate for landscaping was twice the average here where I operated my landscape business. My design fee was twice minimum of what most landscapers charged. Now, if I can do that, you can do that. We undervalue ourselves by competing on price. The business that's competing on price, and price alone, is in serious trouble, but there's only one way they can go, it's down. You're better to add value for your client. As an industry, we undervalue ourselves by using inadequate positioning, both for ourselves and with our clients. You'll remember earlier on when I mentioned how the client views us will have a massive impact on how much they spend, or whether they spend with us at all.